What's happening, people? KG on the mic, back again for another match reaction. Reacting to Newcastle United versus Leeds United, which ended 1-1. Ooh, not what I expected, people. Not what I expected. But as you're coming in, like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And we're going to talk about tonight's game because I don't know about you guys, but that was very underwhelming past maybe the 23rd minute in the first half. After that, I think, dare I say it, that Newcastle probably deserved a winner. And that's so bad to say. There is no way that we should have been going to Newcastle in the form and the turmoil they're in and not capitalizing on that. This was the perfect opportunity to get 3 points on the board, and we've missed it. Our next game now is against West Ham, and I don't feel very confident about that one at all. Gotta say. So yeah, people, drop your thoughts in the chat. I'll get through as many as I can see them when if I do see them. But yeah, we got to talk about the game, man, because yeah, man, it's so disappointing. I've just got to say it's just a disappointing feeling overall. Friday night game, it's got to set the tone for the weekend, and we've done nothing. That's now 5 games without a win. Sorry for all the people that expect people like me to come on and just sing praises of everybody after winless in 5. It's not happening today. There were some good performances today. There were some really good ones out there. Well, not really good, but there were some good ones out there today. But not enough for me to get excited about and say these players have turned the corner. Uh, let's see what people are saying. Let's see what, yeah. See that one straight away. Sum it up in 2 words: a mess. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, the first half, I mean, right now, we should have won that game in the first half. Bad choice in front of goal. Yeah. And in all fairness, we should have had a penalty too, but those things come and go. It's up to us then to kick on and get something out of the game. A win. You know, we've drawn the game and it feels like we lost. Isn't that weird? It's a weird feeling, right? That we've not come away with a loss, but it feels like it to me because I really did expect, not expect, but we should have gone to Newcastle Day and got a win. Sorry. Yeah, PSF. We got to talk about these two today. KG, I told you until we get rid of Aileen Cooper, we're in trouble. Listen, I got some things to say about a couple of our players today. What I've said before previously about some players being comfortable, knowing that their places are at risk, it's a problem. It's a problem, people. So yeah, Rebecca G in the house. So much is wrong, KG. If we can't beat Newcastle, may as well go home. So frustrated. That's how I feel. Like these, what people don't understand, the ones that always say it's all right that we got a point today. It's so early in the season. No, these are the games that we should be winning. These are the games that we should be looking to win in order to get ourselves up the table. I haven't even looked where we are right now. It don't matter. We got 3 points. Okay, 3 points after 5 games. That's just not good enough, people. So uh Solanum, well, that was underwhelming. Was expecting Leeds fitness to count in the last 20 minutes, but we looked tired as them. That's a great point as well because I was noticing in the first half, I was noticing Mateus Click. It was really good to have him in there, an actual midfielder in there to help control the ball a bit. We noticed the difference in like the first 20 minutes. But in the second half, Click was puffing a little, and he could have probably been doing with substituting actually out of all the players that got taken off. Not sure why Rafinha got taken off so early. Maybe it's because he had that knee scare in training, but maybe that was the reason. Did Dan James need to go off after 16 minutes? It just left us without any real pace and attack. And let's wait there. Let's just give the props first to Rodrigo in the first half. I thought he did brilliantly today. And again, it was because it was against a team that don't have an authoritative midfield. They've got that Longstaff brother in there. They've got Almir on the Paraguayan spinning top in there. I'm saying it now. Almiron is one of the worst players I've ever seen in the Premier League, and he's approaching top 5. He's one of the worst players I've ever seen in the Premier League. Every time I see this guy play, I am not impressed. He's awful. He's absolutely awful, and I want to make my feelings on that very clear. Almiron is trash. Okay, treated trash, right? So Newcastle playing without any kind of midfield there. Their one threat, yeah, Saint Maximin. And you see what I'm saying, people, about Saint Maximin. He had quite a few opportunities today to do something, but he did get his goal. But apart from that, everything else was a little bit spotty. That's why I'm saying he's got brilliant ability on the ball, brilliant dribbling skills, super pace. But that final third thing is lacking. And if he had a better end product, we may have been in a bit more trouble than we may not have left with a point. In all fairness, the way we're playing, because people mentioning Ailing and Cooper, I can see that. Yeah, Gary Keefe, it's a great point about Click, and that's what I was thinking as well when I saw him. Gary Keefe says need to look after Click. Not long since he had COVID. Exactly my thought. That's why I thought he would be the one getting taken off. Lee, yeah, it's the jinx. You know how it is. Lee Smith, Joe saying Maximum can't finish, knew he'd score. That happens though. I say all the time about Almiron, and he scored against us last season. But what did he do after that? Nothing. Gill, pen for James Farr, absolutely. And there, if we get that goal 2-0 up, there's no way Newcastle get back and the crowd would really get on them. But that was the thing for me as well in that first half when we was on top. That's when you step on their necks. That's when you really rub it in and get the fans on their backs more than getting boos for us. So if we go 2-0 up, the crowd are just gonna go toxic. It was kind of toxic when we went 1-0 up. But the team just could not capitalize today, man. It's so frustrating. Yeah, Gil, why does Click shoot all the time? So tame every time. Listen, Click has got a decent shot on him, but he does shoot a lot outside the box, and they're usually daisy cutters, man. I don't get it either. Oh, Matthew Smith, I'll put these up. I will say this, people. I'm not super worried yet, but I am concerned. I'm concerned about the way that we're playing, and I'll get into that a bit later. But Matthew Smith saying Bielsa got it wrong tonight, KG. I genuinely can't see where we're getting our first win comes from. I'm worried, and I hear that. I do hear that. Connor, no. Connor is asking, are you not worried about relegation? No, I'm not worried about relegation yet because I still think that we've got more than enough in the locker to beat a lot of the teams in the league. But this is what I'm saying. Newcastle is one of those teams, and we didn't do it. So yeah, listen, let's go through the first half. The first half, the way we started, I thought was excellent. I thought we was looking like old Leeds. It looks like Bielsa's given them the memo not to just keep on playing hot potato with the ball and keep it a little, look for the pass and then move with it. Because we was doing that a lot. Matt Ritchie could have had nightmares about Rafinha tonight if it had carried on the way it started. Because Rafinha had Matt Ritchie all on strings today. He had him in the mud, but we didn't capitalize on it in the long run. But I thought that the passing was a bit better than the first half of the first half. The team were taking their time, was keeping control of the ball a bit better. And our goal, yeah, it was a nice goal from Rafinha, good dummy from Rodrigo. And again, I say I don't think I finished the point, but Rodrigo had a really good first half, and that was good to see from him. He was able to get into space against Newcastle because they, like us, don't really have much of a midfield. So it was a good showing from Rodrigo today. He did fade away in the second half, but then quite a lot of them did as well. Um, yeah, listen, I was going to mention him, but I see somebody else has mentioned it. CJ says maybe Dallas needs a break from club football to sort out his personal life. I don't know what's going on there, so I can't say that. Rafinha in his place or Dan James. Another idea would be to put Rodrigo up front and Bamford in the 10. Okay, I don't know about any personal things with Dallas, but I will say today it wasn't a good game from Dallas. And you guys know I'm a big Stuart Dallas guy. But nah, wasn't it today from Stuart? And he got burnt by St. Maximin quite a few times himself. And he was just kind of anonymous. Like even in the time when we was on top in that first 20-something minutes, he wasn't really doing all that much in my eyes. He wasn't doing all that Yeah, I mean, Lee Smith saying Dallas was bad 2 games. Now it's true. It's true. But listen, JJ Meyer, what was Dallas doing for their goal pour today? Listen, their equalizer was an absolute shambles, people. We're talking an absolute mockery of defending. It was like musical statues was being played and the music just stopped. And we all just stood there while St. Maximin ran across and slid it in the bottom corner. I was not impressed, people. I just couldn't believe it. It's like we have something in our defense where we don't feel like we can go for a tackle or get a little close. I don't know what it is, but that was appalling today. That equalizer should never happen. Never ever should have happened. That you can't defend like that in the Premier League. I'm sorry. You know, and I put a tweet out saying St. Maximin had Liam Cooper. Liam Cooper got burned by St. Maximin about, what was it, 5, 6 times. He made Cooper look like he was running through treacle, and Cooper could just not get near him. It wasn't just Cooper today. He was poor, but Ailing was bad too. He made Joel Linton look half decent today. He should not be doing that. Listen, people, we got to start a dialogue here. We do. It's time. It's time to start talking, people. The defense isn't good, but what I'm confident in is if Pascal Strike was there, if Llorente was fit, that at least we'd have some kind of physical presence there to keep that kind of stuff from happening. I really do believe that as well. Pascal Strike, Llorente is our first choice centre back pairing, barring Llorente being unfit. Robin Koch. The problem is these guys cannot stay fit for Toffee. Listen, what have I said before on here? I've said it before when we had Kemar Roof, lovely player, good player, but he'd be fine. He'd finish a match, and then you get a report from Phil Hay saying he's got a calf strain. He's out for 3 weeks. We're starting to get that from Llorente, Robin Koch. How are we without 3 centre backs at this stage of the season, man? It's so. Listen, it's hard to put into words exactly just how I'm feeling with this. I'm just going to go through some of the comments here. Matthew Smith, can't wait to see Forshaw on his bionic leg. Yeah, we'll see when that happens. Bobby Ailing was so poor. It's the fact that he made Joel Linton look like a decent player. No one does that. No one. Matthew Smith again, milk turns fast in Cooper. I felt bad for him the way he was getting skimmed. But you know what? Is it Jed? I'm going to say Jed. If it's not Jed and it's Ged, tell me, please. But he says, wasn't Firpo supposed to be marking St. Maximin? He went to ground before the goal. If you go to the ground, it's gone. Firpo went sliding like Dubry versus Barcelona. If anyone remembers that when Rivaldo skimmed Michael Dubry and Dubry went sliding into the next stadium or something. That's kind of what Firpo did. But I will say Firpo did not have a good game today as well. All the defense is at fault for this one today, people. Firpo, he was a bit I'm trying to use the right words here. He was out of position a lot of times, let's put it that way. And then that chance at the end of the first half where it just needed some composure, just a little bit of finesse. And he ends up putting it American football style through like it's a field goal. Like it just, Lord. Connor is saying that our attack is worse than our defense. Well, in that case, then we might just be snookered then, people. We might just be done. Yeah, Bobby's saying Firpo looks so frantic in everything he does. Yeah, I mean, what I will say, I'm gonna give Firpo a bit more time because it is a new league and he hasn't really played a lot of football, and we do have to take that into consideration with him. But there was a few things today that was just like, oh boy, I hope you clean that up in your game. That's all. So I'm gonna give Firpo time, but people like Cooper, Ailing, nah, they're experienced people and they should know better. And Cooper was just St. Maximin. There may as well have been no one there when Cooper was when St. Maximin was running. Cooper just couldn't get near him, and I thought Cooper was gonna go to I thought you were gonna do a Cooper thing, and foul in a place where he shouldn't be fouling. He was starting to do that old holding thing where he could be pulling someone down. I thought, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it, Liam. Don't do it. Yep, Tom Gatlin. Here we are. This is somebody with me. Hope we don't hear any more fans sentimental to the players who got us promoted. We need to be ruthless season after season. That's why you're here. That must be why you're here, because you know that's what I'm about. Like, I'll say it again. Love the promotion team. Love what they've done. Love that Liam Cooper is the captain that got us up. But let's celebrate that in 10 years with an anniversary dinner at Ellen Road, in one of the suites. Let's do that. Let's not play them out of sentiment and team spirit that can quickly go away as well once you start not winning. Trust me, team spirit is good when you're winning, but when you stop winning, all of a sudden everyone starts looking at each other like, well, it's not my fault. It's your fault. No, it's not my fault. It's his fault. Trust me, it happens. Team spirit is great when you're on top. Don't count for nothing when you're not winning games. Trust me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about Firpo. Solanum, Firpo barely played for 2 years, then learning new league and team, and it shows. Yeah, and that's what I'm putting it down to with Junior. Yeah, but it wasn't a convincing outing today. And harmony in the house. Sadly, the chosen ones think no, they won't get dropped. Lazy and non-productive. Give Drama, Creswell, Gelhard a chance. They need to give their heads a shake. I've been consistent with it on here, people, in the last couple of weeks. I really do believe that a couple of players they're just too comfortable, and I'm gonna put in Liam Cooper and Ayling in that pot. Ayling especially, I think he's very comfortable. But I'm sorry, when you analyze it, I hope when they analyze it and they see exactly what Joel Linton was doing today. If you've ever seen Joel Linton have a game like that, please let me know. But you won't let me know because he's never had a game like this before, where he looks like he can cut inside, shoot, and be dangerous. That's not Joel Linton. He's absolutely rubbish, people. But our defense will make you look all right. And that's a problem. Let me just remind you again, for all the people that are rolling their eyes and saying, oh, you're getting on them too much. You're getting on them too much. No wins in 5, people. No wins in 5. Okay? Nick Matthews, we should have been outside KG in the first half, 4 or 5 great chances. Yeah, we should have finished them off. We really should have. And you know what? The penalty is a good point to go on as well, to go 2-0 up, to give us the chance to go 2-0 up. How are we not getting that reviewed, people? I mean, we know why. We're not one of the big clubs. We know that. But that was a penalty. It doesn't matter how you dress it up. Dan James was taken out, and that should have been a penalty kick. It's worse because then there was a similar foul later in the game, which was outside the box, and we got the free kick for that one. It's like I don't get these guys. I really don't. I don't want to understand these referees. They just don't know what they're doing. But again, I'm not going to absolve our team just because we didn't get the penalty of a 90 minutes that just faded away. Because I'll say it again, Newcastle were unlucky that they did not get the win. And that is a shameful phrase to say when you're Leeds United and have the players that we have. The disabled team in the house, shout out to you guys. Hey, KG, that wasn't good enough. We needed the win. We really did. We really did. And that's the most disappointing. Listen to me. I really do sound like we've lost the game, people. I'm aware of that. But I was just expecting the 3 points. Yeah. Yeah, Cooper it wasn't even. Mike's Lead Academy. I can't believe we didn't win. Yeah. And Ted Garron brings up something here, championship level game. And I'm going to talk about that because I alluded to it earlier about just the quality of the game. And I saw on the timeline, everyone was buzzing. What a great game. I'm talking about neutrals here. They were buzzing. Great game. What an open game. I was looking at it more concerned. I was looking at it like, no, this don't look good to me. Defensively, we should not be playing like this against Newcastle United. Like, we shouldn't be this open. And when we had the game under control, we should have killed them, and we didn't. We've allowed them back in the game. And not only are they playing us at our game, they're doing it a little better. And like somebody said earlier, it looked like they should have been tired. It looks like they were going to get tired. They didn't get tired. It did actually look like a couple of our players were getting a bit tired. And and the championship level game is right. It looked like 2 teams that were just going to swing for it and see if they could get the 3 points up until around the 78th, 80th minute. And that's when it just slowed down. And that was another thing towards the end of the game. I don't know if anyone noticed. Apart from when Firpo got the ball across and then it got cleared out, we were passing it around the centre of midfield between Cooper and Shackleton and a few other players. Like we were 2-1 ahead or something. We were passing the ball like we had control of the game. And it was 1-1. We were trying to push for a winner, but there was no urgency at the end. I didn't get it. Did anybody else see that, or was that just me? Conor McGlass. I know I'm overreacting, but I'm doing it anyway. Overreact, man. If you want, man, it's so cool. Like I say, long term. Nah, Mohammed, it's not time for the shades. It was close. Maybe if we had lost it, the shades would have come out, but nah. Oh, and if you saw the show yesterday on Twitch with the Coppish boys, you would have saw I handled the Liverpool thing very well. So if you saw that, I hope you were entertained. Richard Townsend, ciao from Milan. Safe to you. Uh, yeah, I mean, Static saying, yeah, shout out to Static, correct KG. Joel Linton rarely does that for Newcastle. It's true, he doesn't. Wow. Okay, different opinion here. That's fine. Mike's Leeds Academy says Ailing played well. Does anybody else agree with that? Like I say, all opinions are welcome, of course. Gary Keefe is saying apparently the penalty went to VAR. I don't understand. Well, if it did, it just shows that they're all incompetent then, because that was a penalty. It was a clear penalty as well. Yash saying Roberts is shocking, needs to be binned. Yeah, I mean, I can't really go on about that much more. Whenever he comes on, I'm very uninspired. I don't think anything is going to come of it, and most of the time I'm right. Like 99% of the time I'm right. So when he comes on, I'm just like, well, here we are. See what he does today, and it's usually not all that much. But you know, yeah, Pekin saying we didn't lose. Yeah, I get that, but if you're not going to win these kind of games where Newcastle are under all kinds of pressure on and off the pitch, where we're going to get it at home against West Ham. That would be a very Leeds thing to then go and beat West Ham something like 3-0 or something. But I don't know. I can't see that. West Ham are a very, very, very good team. So did someone accuse you of trolling? Mike's Leeds Academy says he's not trolling. He thinks Ailing played well. Hey, listen, people. It's opinions. It's opinions, people. We all have them, and Mike can reserve his right to be wrong. Just kidding. Oh man. Yeah, people, don't forget, smash a like if you're in here, if you haven't already. Let's get the algorithm letting them know that I'm a decent person, no swearing or nothing like that. Get YouTube to push me a little. Otherwise, they just bury you deep in the depths of YouTube gutters. So big up to you, outgunned. Yeah, Mohammed Smith. Yeah, I did allude to this earlier. Bielsa taking Rafinha off and losing all creativity. Who would have thought? But I do think it's because Rafinha was a doubt before the game, so I think that his minutes were going to be managed anyway. So I don't think he was going to complete the 90 regardless of whether we were winning or losing. I think it was always planned for him to come off at some time just so he don't hurt his injury anymore. Uh, Oh, PSF, Dallas shouldn't be on the pitch. He pulls out of the Irish game, but plays crap for us. I, the thing is, I'm not going to turn on Dallas just after a few games, but I have noticed in the last couple he hasn't been anywhere near the Stuart Dallas that we had last year. There might be something to that with a few of them, you know. Just going through the comments. Shout out to everyone leaving comments, man. I'm going through them. I highlight anyone's. Gary Keefe. Yeah. I said it to my partner in the 80th minute that we were playing for a draw. She agreed. Yeah, that's what I felt as well. I didn't feel any urgency in the last 10 minutes, and it's very unlike us. Beefy, Beefy was obviously watching the show yesterday on Twitch. You smoked them on Twitch, fella. Yeah, I did. I did my thing, man. What can I say? Oh wow. Okay, PSF. You want to bring this one? I will leave this for the chat. And wow, PSF. And this is a Leeds fan. He or she, they have been on the channel many times, so they're not new trolling here. If Bielsa doesn't pick the young players, I think he should go. Whoa. I mean, I will say I disagree right now because I just think, he did give Summerfield his debut today, albeit in difficult circumstances as well. I don't think Summerfield got too much of the ball today, but he looked bright when he did get it, like he could get past a player or two. But he come on and was involved in the game when Newcastle started to get on top. But we saw Somerville. But like I said, I would have loved to see my guy Charlie Cresswell start the game. I think having a brute like that in the back, strong guy like that in the back, would have been very helpful in that three-man defense today. I really do believe Charlie Cresswell could have made a difference today. I'm not saying he would have stopped everything that St. Maximin does, but I think he would have probably helped out Luke Ayling with Joel Linton. Like that. I think he would have helped in that way. Okay, Lee Smith as well. There's Mike, you're not alone. I think Ayling was better today than in previous games. I mean, if I mean, just from my point of view, Lee and Mike, if that Ayling was better today than in previous games, that's very worrying because he made Joel Linton look like a Brazilian superstar today. So that's just my opinion, though. Yeah, yeah, Lee Smith. I mean, there's a few other Tyler comments, but I think this one kind of sums it up. Roberts can't play a through ball to save his life. He was trying, but he just overcooked them. I think he tried three, wasn't it? Two or three, and he overcooked the ball each time. And it's like, what are we going to do with that? But but the thing is, people, do you expect anything else at this point? Really, I don't. I don't expect anything else now. I know he's got it in him to play a good ball through, but it's so inconsistent that you shouldn't be surprised when this does happen. Okay, Ted Garron on the Ailing as well. At least Ailing got the ball up the pitch while others just stood around. Fair point. Okay. Yeah. DE, they had 20 shots on a relegation fodder. What does that say about us so far this season? That's exactly what it says. It says that we are in this pack right now. We're not with the Villas or the Evertons or the trying to look up slightly to the West Hams. We're in this pack right now where we look like we can't get we can't. It's not look like we can't get a win against Burnley. We didn't get a win against Everton. We haven't got a win against Newcastle. So we are where we are right now. Yes, Steve makes a great again another observation about the way we finish. We just packed it in with 15 minutes to go. Yeah, can't disagree with that, Steve. Okay, Michael Luke music. All the players had faults in them, even Calvin. Some had a few more than others, but we don't have our preferred team. I think we'll be shopping in January. Hmm. North Allerton White. I think Newcastle had the better chance tonight. They did. Absolutely. If Newcastle had come away with a 2-1 winner in the 80th minute onwards, no one here could have complained. No one here could have complained because they were the better team overall. It's really sad to say. Really sad to say. The disabled team, let's help KG by hitting the like, please. Yeah, please hit the like, people. Or the dislike, whichever you like. It don't matter. Just interact. Yeah. PSF, yeah. We won't be consistent until Stroik, Llorente, and Cock are back. This is it for me. And it's a huge part. You're talking about the heart of your defense, the central defense. It's a key position. And if you don't have your preferred partnership, then you're in trouble. And for us to have three of our four centre backs out is just ridiculous. What are the chances of that happening? But yeah, for me, like I say, even just with striking there today, I don't think that the game goes the way it does because he's a physical defender without looking clumsy. Forget the Harvey Elliott thing; that was a freak accident. I'm talking about in general. Before that, Pascal Strike is a physical guy, but he knows how to do it sneakily. Unlike Cooper, who he may as well go cha cha dancing with people the way he hold on to them. It's crazy. It's actually crazy how he holds on to people when he can actually catch them. Yeah, here we go. Yep, Jalen makes a point here. You bring on Roberts because you have no one else. Small squad. Yep. Lee Smith, fair play, KJ. I'll be ranting right now. Yeah, I'm not in a ranting mood. I'm just more in observation mode right now of analyzing that game and just trying to take it in and realize that maybe we are not as good as we thought we were. I don't know. Maybe we've put some of these players on a pedestal too much. And maybe that's in their heads too, where they just believe that they've got the promotion juice and they're all good now. But no, it don't work like that for me. It's Leeds United first, players second. Always has been for me. Players come and go, but as long as we're alive, we're going to be here long after these players will be. So it's always been about the club first. uh, Gary Keith, can't see us beating the Hammers. I would take a draw in that game. You see, I would take a draw against West Ham, but I did that on the basis that we beat Newcastle. Now, if we do draw against West Ham, say we do, that would be 6 games without a win. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. We're almost moving into Sheffield United territory, and we don't want to be in that territory, people. We don't. Yeah, Gill makes a point. I think Bamford should have done better with the chance he's had. I think he was quite unlucky. Man, I'm sounding like a Bamford defender lately, and I'm sounding like I'm on his payroll or something. But I think he was unlucky because he had a few on his right foot at angles where he wouldn't naturally hit them with his right. So I think he was a little unlucky. But like him and like Mateus Click and a few others that were shooting, they just seemed to go. They were like daisy cutters. They were just going across the grass very slowly. It was really weird. I just wish someone would just hammer one into the corner one time, man. Just like hit it with some power sometime. Uh, yeah, Gary Keith makes a point. Creswell at centre back now. Ailing is injured. Well, we're going to have to see how bad Ailing's injury is. But we're down to the bare bones. So if he doesn't play Creswell now, when does he play him? Are we going to shuffle Shackleton into a back three with Calvin Phillips? Actually, I shouldn't give Bielsa any ideas. You might just do that. John H. Antonio, yeah, Antonio against those centre backs and Ben Rama and Bowen against these full backs. That's what I'm saying, people. And it's not being pessimistic when you predict a loss for your team. It's being realistic because West Ham are a very good team, and we're without our first choice centre backs, and we're going to have Antonio, who will be back by the way after a suspension, so he's going to be fired up. He's going to be ready to go and make up for the fact that he got sent off in the last league game. He already made up for it a little in the Europa League this week. He's going to want to do it in the league, and what better place to do it than Ellen Road? Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear that. Uh, just going through some more your comments. Comments are coming through, man. It's good interaction on this one, people. Shout out to all of you guys, man. Ted saying, agree with KJ, we could have easily lost this one. Yeah. Paul G, Dallas was responsible for the goal, went down far too easily, was ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, this is a decent point from Damo Bielsa. Newcastle rely on maximum, but we rely on Rafinha. And in the first half, especially, it seemed like the Saint Maximin versus Rafinha show of who was going to be the alpha male of the game today. Unfortunately, Saint Maximin just managed to do a little bit more than Rafinha today, and probably won the battle overall. But It was good to see Rafinha like that in the first 20 odd minutes because it reminded us of last season Rafinha. Um, but we can't just rely on him for creativity. We need other people. That's why it's nice to see Rodrigo step up in the first half. It was nice to see that, but he faded away. At one point I looked on the pitch and I thought, did Rodrigo get subbed off? And he was still there. So I thought he got subbed off for Roberts, but it wasn't that. I think it was Dan James. Maybe Dan James or Rafinha, whichever one, don't matter. But Mike said Click made a difference. Yeah, he did for like the first 60 to 65 minutes, but he was starting to get tired. Yeah, Pecan, we were scared to lose. I think that's what it was in the last 15 minutes. I think it was on both teams' minds, in all fairness. Newcastle were a little bit more daring than us, but I think that it was going through both teams' mind. Just don't lose this game. But now, what can we say? Yeah, here we are. Tom Gatling, Cooper 30, Ailing 30, Dallas 30. Yeah. That's why if we could just keep Pascal Strike and more so Llorente fit, I don't think we wouldn't have these problems, man. We wouldn't. And I say that with my chest. We wouldn't have these problems with those two as our first choice centre backs. We wouldn't. We wouldn't be in half of the pickles that we get into. The musical statue defending, frig me. Still can't. Still can't. You guys in the comments, man, play nicely, man. Lord have mercy. Harmony in the house again. Rafa and Melier were the only two players who can hold their heads high and say they gave 100%. The rest need to watch the game back and be embarrassed with themselves. Shout out to Melier too with that tremendous save in the first half. Absolutely, wow, amazing save, point blank, and got down low. Jeez, yeah, tremendous save. Yeah, Melier again. He's helped keeping the score down. I've got to say, man, he's another one we need to be careful with because we know for a fact that there's clubs around Europe looking at Melier. France under 21 international, doing well in the Prem. He'll draw some suitors too. It's not just Rafinha and Calvin Phillips we need to worry about, people. And I see again the whole rival fans looking at Rafinha today, wishing he was on their team. We're always going to get that when Rafinha's playing like he does today. But we need to be careful with Melier because he's such a young, good talent. Wouldn't want to lose that. Matthew Smith, Andrea better not talk more rubbish on Twitter too. Yeah, hopefully he keeps the phone in the pocket today. Chris Farrant, I'm quite concerned, just not seeing where we pick up 3 points at the moment. Hopefully the rut hasn't started to set in. Yeah, I'm hoping that too, in all fairness. The 3 points I'm seeing right now is probably the home game against Watford. If I'm being really honest with you guys, I think it's going to be Watford. If we beat West Ham, that would be a tremendous result. I just can't see it right now. This moment in time, I don't see us beating West Ham. So maybe Watford is the best chance for us to get the 3 points on the board. My only hope is that by then, that would be, just say we don't beat West Ham, that would be 6 games without a win. My only hope then is that the crowd at Ellen Road won't feel that nervousness in it. Because if you've ever been Ellen Road, when we're nervous in the crowd, it translates on the pitch so bad. It's not the crowd's fault. It's just the apprehension that you have sometimes, and it can get to the players. Hopefully, by the Watford game, it's not there. Hopefully, the West Ham game, we can pull something out of the bag and get a win. That's hope talking, though. Yeah, Bandy, of course he is. Bielsa is the best coach we've had for years. Absolutely, not. I'm never going to dispute that. Like I say, get the man a statue outside the stadium as soon as possible, because he deserves it. But we do need some kind of tactical changes at some point. Matthew Smith, no positives from today. Shocking not to win, not good enough, KG. Fair enough. Does anyone have any positives from the game today than other ones that I've already mentioned? Is there anything else that may have slipped my mind? Let me know, and I will highlight them, of course. Yeah, Harrison was missing today through COVID. He posted it up on his Instagram. If you guys haven't seen it yet, yeah, he's out. I don't know if he's going to be back for West Ham because I don't know how long he's been isolating for. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it may be another Dan James and Rafinha start again with Somerville coming off the bench at some point. Yeah, PSF, I've been a fan for many years. There comes a time when youth needs to be given its head. And that's the thing with us. We've always had that though. And I can only go back to when I started supporting Leeds, but that's when it was the young guns, the Ian Hart, Bowyer, Harry Kewell, Michael Bridges, all those young talents with David Batty and Nigel Martin, Lucas Radaby supporting them. So yeah, we've always had a good youth. And then if you want to go further into the what I call the last years, we had Calvin, Lewis Cook, Alex Mowat, Sam Byram, but we just didn't build anything good around those guys. So we have always had that good youth quality. You know, Milner, Aaron Lennon got brief spells too. Scott Carson. Yeah, I mean the list goes on, doesn't it? We have always given youth a chance, and yeah, maybe it's time. Maybe Ailing being out may give Cresswell that open door to come in. Who knows? Maybe it will give Drama a chance to get in at right back if we go back to a four. We're just going to have to wait and see how bad his injury is. Uh, okay, Pecan is saying here, it's 5 games in, relax, stop thinking Europe. Yeah, I mean, listen, Pecan, I wasn't thinking Europe after the transfer window finished. I let go of that when I realized that we weren't getting four or five players to replace the first 11, to insert into the first 11. I mean, so I let go of that European dream a while ago, but we don't finish ninth this year. That's not progress. That's going backwards. And again, it makes it harder to keep your players like Melier, like Phillips, like Rafinha. So it's not just about thinking about Europe. It's about progressing in it. You've got to show progression in order to keep those kind of players. So, but no, but yeah, absolutely, no panic just yet, people. Let's not get carried away thinking we're relegation candidates. We're not going to be that. Kiss of death, but we're not going to be that. Jive in the house. I see you a lot in the comments, man. Shout out to you. Hi KG, totally gutted. We look so poor. Our passing is poor, and we just don't seem to know how to score. Dallas is out of form, and his poor mistake led to their goals. Feels like a loss. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Dallas was at fault for the goal, but let's not take away from the rest of the players that are in the box. Furpo sliding around, the rest of the team just standing around, just looking at St. Maximin as he's just dancing past them and sliding into the bottom corner. There were so many opportunities for their equalizer to be cut out and stopped, and we didn't take any of them, man. So, Matthew, I'm not putting that one up, but that's funny. That's funny, man. Oh gosh, people, how is everyone doing now? Mm, is everyone I don't know, man. You guys don't look like you're in a more calmer mood after this. I don't think this therapy session's gone very well. But this hasn't really been therapy, has it? It's just been more of a let's call it the disappointment broadcast. Let's put it that way. It's disappointing broadcast. Let's do that one. Um, let's have a look. Trying to. Sorry, it's not coming up on the screen. Lars Lars Valar. It's not coming up, but thank you for your super chat, mate. Thank you very much for supporting the channel and myself. It's not coming up on the screen for some reason. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. But thank you again for your donation, man. Yeah, PSF, perfectly put. We won't go down, but we have to evolve. Yeah, we do. David Coleman, I'm afraid this is going to be a long, hard season. We've definitely regressed while other teams have improved, plus worked us out a bit. Yeah, I mean, the whole working out thing is a I find that a little bit of a funny subject because I mean, we all know how Liverpool are going to play. We all know how Man City are going to play. But it's one thing knowing how they're going to play, and it's another thing stopping it. Right now, everyone is stopping our way of playing. So it's not just about working it out. It's about us now having to just change it a little so that we make other teams think a little. The fact that Newcastle kind of matched our intensity and bettered it at times, that is worrying. I won't tell a lie. That is worrying because Newcastle shouldn't be anywhere near as fit as we are. But mm. uh, Jed, my friend is a Liverpool supporter, and he laughed when Roberts came on. He's not an impact sub, yeah. Yeah, as somebody said earlier, I don't want to get onto Roberts because we could do that every week. It just get boring. So yeah, I don't think he was our biggest problem today. Are we at that point yet, Matthew? KG, I'll celebrate a corner versus West Ham, let alone a point. God, if we ever get to that point. uh, John B, sorry, things gone up. Firpo being out of his depth is a worry. Let's give him some time. Yeah, Ali here. Yeah, again, it's something I mentioned earlier. We had about 20 shots hit a maximum speed of about 2 miles per hour tonight. It was woeful. Yeah, yeah, because I remember seeing one shot being hit. Yeah, and I swear I'm not even lying. I put my head down to go. Oh, by the time I put my head back up, the shot was still going into the keeper's arms. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you either. The shot was that slow that I saw it was going slow. Went look back up, and the ball was still traveling to the keeper's arms. That's a mazza. That's crazy. Uh, Steve Jarrett. There's nothing to be very positive about tonight. Newcastle are such a poor team, and they had the better chances and could have won it. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I would say the major positive was that we had Click back in there, and as he gets healthier after COVID, it should make a bit more of a difference. And that Rodrigo had a good first half, but let's see what he does in the next game. No point him doing that today, and then we get the same old Rodrigo next week. So let's see what he can do. Mm, yeah, and just I mean just off subject that was confirmed today. Derby County with a confirmed administration 12-point deduction. I think isn't 3 points going to be suspended or is it going to be the full 12? I don't know. I thought it was going to be nine, but either way, it just shows you how things can change in that league where teams look so good they overspend, and then you get this Derby County, Sheffield Wednesday, both at the time where I'm sure we would have all been saying before Bielsa, I wish we could get the players that they got. Well, they got them. They didn't. They weren't successful. Now they're in deep doo doo. So always be grateful for what you got. Sometimes people, the grass isn't always greener. Yeah, yeah, John B. I do remember you. I tried to make you feel a bit better, but I do remember you being concerned. He says I was concerned about the game tonight, and my fears have been confirmed. Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, Steve Jarrett, good point here, and I put this up because I see a few other people talking about Gelhart, so I'll put this one up, and it's a fair point. Why keep giving Roberts these chances? It isn't working. Give young Joffy a chance. Yeah, because we're at the point where you've seen it so many times, you know it's not going to work. Let's just try something else. Because what's the worst that can happen? Geldhart as well has got a better shot. I don't think Geldhart is hitting none at 2 miles per hour. That boy knows how to really hit him. So, yeah, Geldhart, Greenwood, why not play one of the two? Why not make it a little bit different? Mark Campbell saying, sounds like I made the right choice going Headingley. Well, it sounds like it, man, if you didn't watch the game. Yeah, that's it as well. Dylan saying the plan B is always Roberts. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you got to change that plan. Ben Berry, shout out to you. All clip shots will pass into the keeper's hands. Looks like he's afraid after last season when he kept blazing him over the bar. just wants to hit the target. Yeah, I mean, there's a few things like that in our squad. You could say that about Liam Cooper with his passing as well. Like I mentioned it in a game last season. I think it was when we got beat by Arsenal at at their ground. The amount of times that guy passed it back to Melier was ridiculous, and he's doing it. He's kind of doing it again, where we're not progressing the ball forward, and he always looks for Melier to get the pass to somebody else to move it up. It's like it's very limited. He's starting to look very limited. I've got to be honest, man. And I said at the start of the season, and people that are long time subscribers will know that I said with our four centre backs we shouldn't have problems this year, but that was on the basis that Llorente and Stroik were starting with Cock as the next one and Cooper as your fourth. We're seeing Liam Cooper, and shout out to our captain for getting us promoted. This level is a step too far. Sorry. Gotta say, it's a step too far. I don't think anybody in their right mind feel. You know what? I'm not going to say that because there are some Cooper supporters out there. So, and everyone's got an opinion, of course, but I don't feel comfortable when I see Cooper out there, and especially when he's up against pace. Because the thing is, when you've got slower defenders, they're usually a step ahead up here. They've usually got it here where they can read the ball, read the play, and come across. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that up there. We've seen it many times. He doesn't. His thing up there is if they get past, I'm going to pull them down. And how many times can we see that, people? It's unfortunate, but yeah. Cooper, there's a few of them looking a little funny in the light. That's all I'm saying. They have to get with it. Listen, people. I mean, I don't know what else I can say about the game today. I think I've given all my points. I don't think there's much else I can say. Listen, we move on with a point, which let's see where this point takes us. I haven't even looked. Sorry, I just came straight on after. Oh, it takes us up to 16th. So right now we're hoping that. Are we even hoping that Burnley win? It don't matter. Someone between Burnley and Arsenal is going to probably jump above us, and we're back down to 17th or something. So yeah, we need to get better as soon as possible. You guys always have some jokes in here, man. This is why I love it. This is why I love it. This is why I love my subs on here, man. This is just no matter what. Hey KG, sorry, let me say your name. Melina. Hey KG, great news is Forshaw should be fit for West Ham in 2025. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my days. Yeah. John B, let's get to 100 likes if we can. Oh, there's okay, yeah. Let's get to 100 likes, people. There's enough people in here. Just like the video. It only takes you 2 seconds to do it. Let's get those likes up. Let's get me up in that algorithm. Show YouTube I'm not a joke. Let's do that. PSF saying I shouldn't go yet. No, I haven't finished. PSF, get your thoughts out, man. Remember, there's a comment section after the video has ended that you can put all your thoughts down there. Feel free, man. Feel free. Billy Snowden, I'm assuming this is about Cooper. I agree, KG. In the Championship, he was up against Foresti, Sharp, etc. In the Premier's up Salah, Jesus, Saint Maximin. Yeah. I mean, it's too much because if he gets outpaced, it's pretty much over. Like he got one tackle in today, and I think even the commentator said it. I think the commentator pointed out Cooper got to Saint Maximin, and that was the first time all game. And I swear that was in like near the 70 plus minute, 80 minute. It's yeah. Right, Martin Peters. Okay, yeah. Martin Peters, we were shocking. I've always defended Cooper, but I'm starting to see what everyone is saying. Yeah. Listen, you know what, Martin? It don't feel bad for not seeing it earlier. What it is, Leeds fans, we get very attached to our players, especially when they do something good for us. And you're talking about the captain that has brought us out of the Championship wilderness into the Premier League. And that will go into sentimental thinking of thinking he deserves a shot in the Premier League. He deserves to start. He's our captain. But eventually, when things aren't going right, like they aren't going now, you start to see all the mistakes. I'll give you a quick, great example. When I did a podcast last year, I was. This is when Sheffield United were riding high, and me and the guy were talking about David McGoldrick, just how poor he was, and that he can't finish for nothing. He was terrible. And the Sheffield United fans were telling us, "What are you guys talking about? David McGoldrick does so much for the team. He runs for the team. He does all this and that. He does all this, rah." And I said to one of them, I said, "This is all well and good while you're doing well now, but once you start winning, and he's still doing all this hard work that he's saying he's doing, and he's still not scoring, then you're going to see a problem. And lo and behold, you see a problem. Sometimes it just takes you a while to see it, because when it's going well, you can forgive the mistakes. It's like, yeah, he made a mistake, but we got to win. But right now we're not winning, so you're starting to see things clearly. You can see clearly now the rain is gone. Give you a little karaoke there because it's true. But it is true, people. Sentiment can cloud your judgment sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with backing your players. I still back him. Anytime he's on the pitch, I'm going to back him. But there is a time where we might just have to move on. And for me, it's Struijk and Llorente, when Llorente can stay fit. John B, praise God for cage vision is all I can say at this point in time. Well, thank you very much. And okay, let's have a look. Yeah, singing, yeah. Uh, okay, Jed saying Cooper put in a beast of a tackle tonight. Usually, what I expect from Struijk. Credit where it's due, he did well. Yeah, I mean, Jed, I would just counter that and say it was the one tackle. He got one in out of how many times that St. Maximin just said, "See you later." How many times? For me, Struijk gets at least three or four of those, just because of how Struijk is with his man marking. I do believe that, and Struijk has got more pace than Cooper easily as well. So yeah, I do hear what you're saying. Of course, opinions always welcome. Yeah. LUFC Panther on the Twitch stream. Yeah, I do broadcast this to both YouTube and Twitch. By the way, I'm gonna try and build that Twitch up at some point. Now I'm doing a weekly show on there. So yeah, if you're on Twitch at all, just give that a follow too. But nothing urgent yet. Go to the IG, follow the IG, KG Vision. You know how it is. LUC Panther, did you see Firpo's 10-yard slide for the goal? What the F? Yeah, I already went through that, Panther. I said it was like, if anyone's old enough to remember Michael Dubry versus Rivaldo in the Champions League, that slide tackle was crazy. He's still sliding now. Dubry's still sliding right now. So, yeah. Now, Holy Ghost, I don't do player ratings. That's not my bag. I don't do player ratings. That's just not me. You'll have to go to some other channels for that kind of stuff. I don't do that. I just talk generally about the game. Yeah, man. John B, I'll see you through this hard. I try my best. I try my best. But I try and give it you as balanced. I don't come on here ranting and raving, because there's no point doing that. I'm not crazy. I'm not a nutcase that you know of. But I just try and tell you, I call it how I see it. That's all I can do. I've got no favoritism. If one of my favorite players has had a bad game like Dallas has today, I will call it out and say so. So yeah. Uh, See what I'm talking about. Dylan, I think the Furpo shot has landed in through my bedroom window. She. It was a crazy shot, man. Just like, man had zero composure. Like, he wasn't even thinking about, let me keep this down. Nah, yeah. Jordan Diggs, KG, cool and calm is needed. No panic. 5 games in. Yeah, absolutely. But our next game is against West Ham, so we might be looking at 6 games in. So, and yeah, another shout for Melier. You got to highlight our youngster, the goalkeeper, Nelina. Melier was brilliant tonight. Absolutely. So yeah, people, listen. I've been going for nearly an hour. God, this hour has gone quick, and that's because of you guys in the chat tonight. This has gone so fast. Like I didn't even realize we're coming up to an hour. So I will highlight this one. Where is it gone? Comments just moving quick. John H. Alioski would have been proud. Yeah, it looked like an Alioski special, didn't it? You know, swap one left back that fired it into the crowd for another that put it over the stand. So, PSF, no, don't go. I can't stay out here forever, people. And John B. KG Vision is my favorite Leeds United channel, and I mean that sincerely, folks. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, yeah. I mean, listen, Nalina. Yeah, Joe said ASM has no end product, and he doesn't. He got a goal today, and he did really well to get that one. But look back at everything else that he could have done to hurt us. He could have had Newcastle walking away with 3 points today if he had that little bit extra on his passing, on the rest of his shooting. He could have done better. And saying that as well, Rafinha at the end of the first half should have done better with that shot. He should have taken it early, and he hesitated and it got blocked. So yeah, listen, don't leave us this way, Katie. You guys are funny, man. You guys are funny. But yeah, listen, people. There's nothing else to say. If there's anything else that you think I've missed or anything else you want to add, please leave it in the comments. If you're watching the replay, leave your comments on the game there. Do you think that we deserved the point? Do you think Newcastle could have stolen it? Maybe you thought we could have won it. Who knows? But yeah, people, I'm gonna bounce now, and I will see you maybe for a preview for the West Ham game. I'm gonna see if I can get my West Ham friend on. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get him on for a preview. But if not, I will see you for the next West Ham content. Just put the bell on the subscriptions, and you'll know when I'm going live, people. So, thank you. Peace out, people.